amazing. It must be really great for you to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you photograph here and in Europe as well,
Yeah.
different places as well. Do you notice that there's a difference between European women and their body image and women in the United States and their body image?
A lot of people ask me that question. It seems like there's a curiosity. Are we different here?
Mm-hmm.
I do see that there's a difference. Here in America, there is a lot of focus on a certain kind of beauty, a certain image. There's more of a tendency to maybe be a little ashamed of being sexual, having a sexiness around you. I think in Europe, in Denmark in particular, where I'm from, where I photograph quite a bit, people don't really worry so much about image. They tell me, I just want pictures where it's me. Mm-hmm. It's real, it's true. So maybe there's a slight difference. I know that in Denmark, people are a little more relaxed about bodies and yeah.
That I noticed in other countries also their commercials are much more sexual, what we consider sexual. I mean, a lot of nudity, a lot of sexual innuendo and things like that. So it seems they'd be a little bit more open and, oh, whatever, she's naked kind of atmosphere. But I guess worldwide people still have issues with little, parts of their body they want to kind of cover or hide.
I think as women, we probably there's always going to be something, but I think it's true that sex is just something we do. It's not like some big thing. Here, it's more of a thing. And one of the big things that I notice is that, for instance, in Denmark, people will flirt and have wordplay and engage with each other just because it's fun. It makes the day a little more sexy. Here, there tends to be more of a result orientation. I flirt with you until I know if it's going anywhere. Mm-hmm. And if it's not going anywhere, I'm not going to waste my time. So I think that's pretty boring. I think we could stand to be a little more flirty.
Very good. I agree in general. Everyone out there, be a little more flirty and have some champagne in the middle of the day. It's really nice. Lona, go ahead, have a sip. Skål.
Skål.
Very good, yes. So, Lona, you also have photographed men. Are men easier in the buff or are men more difficult to photograph in the buff?
Ooh, yeah. I have not
I
photographed...
like your answer. Woof. That's a wonderful answer. Woof.
Did I say woof? I have photographed some men, not a whole lot. I've sometimes worked with couples, which is pretty fun. Men I work with have come with the same kind of questions as women. What do I look like? What is sexy about me? How do I express myself as a man? And I think there's the same thing going on with the body. Like, what is my body like? How can I embrace this body of mine and start liking it because it's all I got?
Really, men too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And but obviously because I'm so used to the curviness of the female body and the different poses, men's body are a little more sort of sturdy and not quite as flexible. So it's a different task or challenge to see how to work with the male body, I find.
Mm-hmm. And so this is your own business, Lolo's Boudoir, and we have the website up right under us, right here, right there. Okay, so you can go there, and you have a new website now, and people can take a look. What do they see on your website? What kind of things you cover?
Well, it's become a little more elaborate because I am also writing and I dabble a little in making little movies, and I'm hoping to also start doing more events and maybe even workshops, but to really give the experience of that coming out of the box and express yourself more fully. Mm-hmm. So this is really a platform for that, for me to express myself, photography being one vehicle, mm-hmm. and for other people to come to me and I can help them find ways where they can express themselves.
And you mentioned a little bit about the other things that you do. You're a writer as well. Mm-hmm. What type of things have you written?
Well, I write mostly nonfiction, mm-hmm. articles, essays, I'm finishing a memoir. I hope to do a book of women and their sensuality. Who knows? I may turn into a fiction writer. Sometimes fiction might be a little liberating. We'll see.
Very good. And I have a question. As a small business owner, you started your business yourself and you own it. Is it difficult owning your own business, running your own business?
Yeah, I mean, I
Here, have some more champagne.
Yes.
Oh, it's difficult. Oh, that's why we're drinking.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful challenge because I am very much a visionary idea person. I think the difficulty for me is that I have to wear so many hats, and I can't always know when I'm wearing what hat. I'm not so structured. I'm more of a fluid person. I don't love to market and I don't know, to think business, but I like the challenge of creating something. So I think for me, that's what keeps me going, and obviously it's a fun job.
Now, let's say I was doing the photo shoot, and when I got the pictures, I didn't like, shave a little bit off my butt a little bit, or maybe you can kind of hide that little fold when I was leaning way too far back or something like that. Do you do retouching on your photos?
No.
No?
Well,
Never?
I
Okay.
get that question quite a bit. It's almost like a little security blanket. Will you retouch me?
Because, all the Playboy, I mean, all the ones that we're going to be seeing out on the stands, I hope I'm not blowing anybody's idea, but those are photo retouched, I mean, big time,
Yeah.
softened and trimmed and everything. So you'd think that if I'm going to be naked, I want to be photoed and trimmed and all that too, but that's not really what you're about.
No, and I think the surprise is that people actually end up really loving their pictures. And I mean, black and white can be very flattering because the focus is more on the lines of the body, the textures, the emotion. And when I get the question, I'm always like, oh, how can I explain this? But really, I think we can do the best job we can with what we have, you, me, my vision, the light, the techniques, and then we'll see the results. And knock on wood, I've never had people asking me for retouching after. There's been a few times where we discussed this even before where it was relevant, but as a principle, let's just do a really good job and see.
Women who are maybe struggling with body image or whatever and may want to do this but are not really sure. Is there anything you want to tell them?
Yeah, I mean, I work with women from 20-year-old to 95-year-old.
95?
That's true.
No, really?
It's true. You'll see it on my website.
Okay.
And I think it's a really empowering process to go through. We will work a lot with the obstacles between you and you expressing yourself fully and more freely as a woman, as a sensual being. And I think this will kind of really help women connect with their sensual selves and live a more sassy, juicy life.
Hey, doesn't get better than that. Lona, cheers to you, Lona.
Cheers.
Please visit Lolo's Boudoir, Lona Morch. Thank you for coming to the show.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe.